A's get you. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and ranking our top 10 free cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, what does free mean? It's kind of a difficult question, but any card to me right now that isn't obtainable, or isn't basically obtainable without gambling is free. So like even the Wilton D-Robs, I'm not even gonna put them on this video because they're not obtainable right now. They're not for free, and they never really were, or they were for like a 2-week period. But again, it's just hard to really put them on this type of a free card tier list that is just free cards specifically. So that's just kind of something to keep in the back of your mind. Now, if you got, let's say, D-Rob for free, obviously he'd be on this list 100% of the times. But obviously, most people, weren't as lucky as you guys. So we're going to start it off at number 10, work our way all the way up to number 1. Coming in at my number 10, a rush player and dark matter Bill Russell. Now, you saw Russell Westbrook pop up. I really do like Russell Westbrook as well. I really, really, really do. And I'm just going to give him an honorable mention at number 11 because I really do like him. To me, Russell Westbrook's just a little too undersized for me to hype him up too much. And I haven't used the card enough to know for sure if I would, want him on my top 10. So I'm going to put Russell Westbrook at number 11. At number 10, Bill Russell. 6'10", a good, decent frame. Obviously, defensively going to be really solid. I think the thing for me when I look at Bill Russell, the reason I, sometimes don't hype the card up a ton is his release is just not great. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Height and releases right now run the game. Leaners obviously are a big part of that as well. If you have the Pro 2 leaner, obviously I'm going to hype you up a little bit more. But like that's the thing for me with Bill Russell. I got him pretty early on, I would say. I think I got him the day he was released, and he's been pretty decent. Obviously doesn't play for me over like a Galaxy Opal Giannis, guys like that, but Bill Russell is solid. I did use him for a little while in competitive type games, and he's fine. I just wish the card was overall a little bit, just a little bit longer, and I wish his 3-ball was a little bit higher. I mean, an 83 ball doesn't leave a lot of margin for error, and again, he's only 6'10" on the court. Does hurt his value a little bit. Coming in at my number 9, Galaxy Opal, I should say, Lauri Markkanen. Who is basically available for any game mode. So obviously, basically, Glenn Rice is the ultimate reward. As you are going to get Glenn Rice, you get Opal Lauri Markkanen along the way. 7 feet tall at that small forward position. And I think that's the cheesy part about the card. Outside of that, I wouldn't necessarily hype up Lauri too much. I do like his release. I think his release is really, really solid in the game. But the best part about the card, obviously, he's 7 feet tall. 7 feet tall at that small forward position. Kobe dribble style, obviously you look at the normal leaner, not that great for this era. Give him a speed and interior perimeter shoot. This card still to this day can hold it down for you on the court. Badge-wise, absolutely incredible as well. I don't think Lauri Markkanen gets enough hype for how good and all-around of a player he truly is. At my number 8, Terry D. Between Lauri, there's a lot of cards who I've said before this year who, wherever one is, you got to put the other one. And I feel like this is another one of those things. Some people prefer Terry, some people prefer Lauri. To me, both cards are solid. I do think Terry has, a higher ceiling, and whether that's the right term to say or not, I don't know. But I think because of what Terry can possibly give you on the offensive end of the court, I've got to rank him a little higher. But I do not love Terry. Like, even when I've used the card, I feel like his release is weird. The mellow upper on the Rudy base just seems and looks weird to me. MJ dribble style, I think a lot of people give it a lot of hate. I personally don't mind the MJ fade is what I meant to say. The MJ leaners to me okay. I just wish he was a little bit taller, or he could play that shooting guard position. That, to me, is where Terry D does belong at my number 8. At my number 7, Dark Matter Eddie Jones. Now, for Eddie, it's pretty simple. He's got the Pro 2 leaner, okay? Without the Pro 2 leaner, Eddie would not probably be even on this list, honestly. Because his release is not nearly as good as it once was. Eddie Jones used to have a really, really, really good release. Like, I don't even remember what base it was way back when, but he used to have a really good release that was so easy to time, easy green. Was it like jump shot, 39, maybe 37, something like that. It was a jump shot 31, 29. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to go back and look. But it was a really good jump shot. At this point, the Jared Allen pace, to me, is not great. TyDeBo dribble style is fine. Pro 2 leaner, in my opinion, is obviously fine. I don't love Eddie Jones' player build, though, either. So that's another thing I don't necessarily love. I mean, he is 6'6", but it feels kind of like a skinny player build, which does hurt his value, especially this year. Eddie Jones at my number 7. At my number 6, we're plugging in Galaxy Opal Jrue Holiday. And you guys might not like Jrue over Eddie Jones, but I need you guys to at least hear me out. You don't have to agree with me, but at least hear me out in why I do like Jrue Holiday more. I think on the defensive end of the court, Jrue is better. And you guys can be like, what? How? Eddie Jones has better stats. Eddie Jones is taller. To me, Jrue has such a wide player model and player build that it makes up for a lot of things that you might do wrong on the defensive end of the court. You know, he's basically a perfect guard defensively. Offensively, the Jrue base on very quick is so smooth. Normal leaner, wish obviously was a little better. MJ dribble style, it is what it is. It's fine. But to me, the reason Jrue Holiday makes his money in 2K is because what he can do on the defensive end of the court. Offensively, can still knock down shots, can still do enough, can still play decent, obviously, on the offensive end of the court. Be that, you know, secondary ball handler. But defensively, there's not many better point guards in the entire game than Galaxy Opal Jrue Holiday. At my number 5, cracking our top 5, we're plugging in a playoff card in a cash money at Chris Middleton. Now for Middleton, one of our first Dark Matters here, actually. I mean, we've had a few, but a Dark Matter, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hot spots for everyone. Now, me personally, I stink with the Trae Young leaner. I'm on record for saying it. I'm bad with the Trae Young leaner. I have not been able to green it consistently. Why? I don't know. I think a lot of it's because I just don't play. And you guys are going to clown me for saying this, but it's the truth. I don't play the game enough to really be able to consistently green with that Chris, the Trae leaner. Clown me if you want, but that's the truth. Like, I don't shoot that leaner that often. And so when I have to shoot it, I don't green much with it. His release on very quick, it's fine. I wish it maybe was a little bit quicker, maybe jumped a little bit higher on it, because it's kind of a set shot. MJ dribble style is fine. Defensively going to be fine. He's obviously 6'7", which is fine. I don't know. There's something about Chris Middleton that, you know, he has played very well for me at times, but he's also sold me at times as well with that Trae leaner. So I think number 5 is the right spot. At my number 4, we're plugging in Dark Matter Clyde Drexler. And I'm just going to throw these guys in here in the fold because somehow they didn't make this list as well. Amari Stoudemire deserves at least some shout out here. He doesn't have any relevance to Clyde, but it is something that I'm thinking about here, as well as Kevin McHale. You know what? As far as the top 10, I'm just going to plug in my top 13 because both those guys do deserve your respect. You know what? If you're running either Amari or Kevin McHale, those guys are still fine to play with. So just letting you guys know that. Dark Matter Clyde at number 4. Look, I think the difference between like a Clyde and a Russell Westbrook is so small. I actually think Russell Westbrook is nearly just as good. The one thing Clyde has going for him is he's 6'7". He doesn't feel 6'7", though, for me on the court, and that's kind of the problem I have with Clyde. You know what? If you're going to be 6'7", can you at least play like you're 6'7"? And again, maybe I'm being too harsh on the card, but I feel like he doesn't play like he's 6'7", and it bugs me so much. The card stats, badges are nearly perfect. His release is even really solid. Kyrie dribble style, Pro 2 leaner. This card should be much better than he is. He should be. If you look at his stats, look at his badges, look at his animations, he should be one of the best point guards in the entire game. And a lot of people think of him like that. But to me, I feel like his player model isn't good enough for me to hype him up that much. He is coming in at my, number 4 here. But I think it's valid to make the case that Russell Westbrook's just as good as this card. I genuinely believe that. At my number 3, here's where things level up. Dark Matter Dikembe Mutombo. My top 3 are in a completely different level. Dikembe Mutombo at my number 3. And it pains me to put Dikembe at number 3, but I don't have a choice. He has to be my number 3. He is so important for you guys to have on the court, though. If you do not have Kristaps, if you do not have Wemby, Dikembe is so important because he blocks shots. He's a rim protector. He has such a good release in the catch-shoot situation. I do wish he rebounded a little better and competed on the interior a little better. Because, like, I feel like he doesn't rebound as well as even, like, a Kristaps Porzingis or a Wemby or cards like that. Which does bug me because that's what he's out there to do. He's out there to compete against those top guys. But, I mean, he puts so much pressure on the defense in the catch-shoot situation. You upgrade that 3-ball, upgrade that speed a little bit. Dikembe Mutombo, one of the best bigs in the game. Now, honestly, if you want to put him at your number 2, I can't hate on it. Now, I don't know exactly jersey-wise which is the free SGA. Let me look at these. This is the free SGA coming in at my number 2. I don't care whether it's the free SGA or the Pro Pass SGA. I do not care. To me, both those cards are basically the exact same to me. One has a release, a very quick, one on quick. One has Kyrie dribble style, one is MJ. I don't care. Both of them are so good in my opinion. Here's the deal with SGA. If you want to put SGA below Dikembe, I'm not going to complain. But he is 6'6", offensively so gifted, defensively can get you stops. There's just nothing this card can't do on the court. And I think the gap between an SGA and a Clyde is huge. You guys can disagree and think Clyde is on a similar level as SGA. I genuinely don't think it's close. So that's to me where I'm at with SGA. If you don't agree with me, that is okay. I'm not gonna hate on you for having that specific opinion. But I think SGA is so good in my team. By far and away my favorite point guard to run, to use in the entire game. Coming in at my number 1, a card I'm gonna talk about for a little bit is Dark Matter Glen Rice. I think one of the more important things for 2K to do next season is to have another card that is your ultimate reward, that is the level of Glen Rice. I think it's so important for 2K to do that because that keeps people engaged. If they didn't have that this season would have been one of the worst seasons of all time. At least this season, we had Glen Rice. It was a matter of after we got Glen Rice, after we got SJ, after we got Dikembe, what are we supposed to do? But I mean, if you look at these top 3 free cards, you have them, you have a really good base for your entire squad. So the rest of the game basically is all made by gambling. And honestly, you can make a very good free card squad. Like you run SJ at the 1, Glenn at the 2, Middleton at the 3, plug in Kevin McHale at the 4, and Dikembe Mutombo at the 5. You've got a really good free squad. So I don't want to sit here and act like it's all pay to win this year. But it all is, if you want to interact with Friday content, you got to gamble. And I just don't like that. But are some really good free cards, and this is my top 10 or top 13 if you do want to phrase it like that. That's gonna wrap it up for my video today, guys. Hopefully each and every you guys did enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.